Okay, in this lesson I'm going to demonstrate how to use your CAS calculator to fit a line to a set of data or to a scatter plot. And this is for lesson 3.5. If you want to follow along, I'm going to be doing an example from your book, example 2 here, where we're dealing with some Navy divers and some time spent at a maximum depth and some decompression time needed when they resurface. So the first step is we want to create a scatter plot like the one that they have shown. So here's how you're going to use your calculator. So go ahead and get out your calculator, and we're going to hit the home button. Now along the bottom we know we have these different icons. We're going to create a spreadsheet, which is smack dab in the middle. So when you click on that, the first thing you're going to want to do is label your columns, because if you forget to do that, it's going to make it so you can't create a scatter plot. Now, our independent variable for this problem is going to be the time spent at a maximum depth of 60 feet. Now, we don't want to type in that whole title, so you can either just type in time spent, or you can just type in T for time. Now, it'd be nice if you could just hit the right arrow and move over to the next cell, but you're not able to do that. You actually have to go down and then over and back up to get to the next cell. So we want to type in, for this column is going to be our decompression time needed, or we can just use D, or if you want to type in decompression, you can do that. And now we're ready to put in data. So I'm going to type this in, so it's going to be 60, 70, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, and 240. Okay, we're going to go back up to the top. Make sure you're at the very top, and we are going to put in our values for our decompression time, which is 1, 3, 8, 15, 27, 40, 49, 57, 71, and 82. Okay, one of the things that you need to remember or need to notice, if I just typed in 82, and if I didn't exit this cell, that data has not been put into my calculator yet. And your calculator will give you some kind of error message when we go to create a scatter plot. So I want to make sure that I've moved out of that cell. Also, you want to make sure that all your data ends at the same point, because you might have accidentally missed a number or typed an extra number in there, but they both have 10 terms, which is what we want. So your first step is to create a spreadsheet. Your next step is to take that data that's in your spreadsheet and create a graph. Now when you click on this button or this icon, what's going to happen is any tab that you have open dealing with a table where you have numbers in a table, it's just going to spew that information and put it on your screen. So right now I just have the data that was that I just inputted, because that's the only table I have open. But if you have something like 20 tabs open or 30 tabs open, I'll show you how to clear all that data here in the end. So what I want to do is I want to click down here where it says to enter in to add a variable, or a much faster way and easy way to do it so you're not sliding your fingers all around your little touchpad. If you just hit the tab button, it brings up your options of what we could use as our x-axis. And I want to use the time spent, which is T, on my x-axis. So I'm just going to click that and hit enter. And it puts it on our x-axis. Now if I hit the tab button a second time, it automatically moves over to the y-axis. And now I want to select my decompression time, or my D, for the y-axis. And now we have a scatter plot. So my first step was to create a spreadsheet. My second step is to create a scatter plot. Once you have the scatter plot, we're going to go to Menu, and we're going to analyze this graph. Now under Analyze, we have Regression, which you should recognize from your notes. It's one of the terms for a best fit line is a regression line. We have all these different options of different regression lines. Now these are dealing with straight lines, so we want to use 1 or 2, but we want it in slope-intercept form. So let's do number 1, show linear in the form mx plus b. Now yours, it might have rounded your numbers a little better here, but for my answer I get y equals 0.48 x plus negative 29.9. That would be my equation for this line. And that's pretty much it. That's how you come up with your regression line. We can use that regression line to make prediction of data that's not graphed, or you can figure out how the actual data that we have, how it deviates from the model by putting in, like if I put 140 into this equation, I can see how my model, how much different it would be from my actual answer that I have here of 40 at the point 140, 40. But now let me show you how, let's say if you want to clear out all this data, so if you do other tables, you don't have a ton of data to have to filter through. So what you're going to do is you click on Menu, hit the Home button, click on New Document, and then this option comes up. You don't want to save it, so you just click No, and all your data is gone. So now we're starting out with a clean scratch there, clean slate. So that's it. So good luck, and that's how you create a regression line.